evening. How is everyone this evening? Pretty good. All right. Awesome. I would like to draw your attention to the easel back there and the easel up here. Whenever you get a moment, or maybe afterwards when you leave, feel free to take a look at those pictures. Back on the table, there's actually a newspaper from Mangum, Oklahoma, whenever we were on our mission trip. It actually has these pictures in there. Feel free if you want to take one of those with you. I've got maybe about 8 or so back there, then y'all can take those with you. We're so glad that you're here. We've got some students that are here that are gonna talk about mission trip a little bit, give you the opportunity to ask some questions. If you're kind of wondering how mission trip kind of works, feel free to ask those questions. So as we kind of sing or as we sing, y'all start thinking about kind of some of those questions that you want to ask about what mission trip is like, and we'll do our best to try to answer those. I'd also like to mention that after the service here, we've got 2 class options that are going on. We've got the disciples class that is starting up this week, and then we got another class that they're gonna gather this evening. They're actually going through, let me know if I'm correct on this, the Adam Hamilton Creed book. That's correct, yeah. And so if you're interested in that, both of those are going to be out in the portable buildings. But again, we're so glad that you're here. Let's worship.
Hey guys, let's stand up. We're going to start with one of the youth favorite songs. It's called I Am. We just did it last Sunday, but we're going to do it again because we like it. And the cool thing about this song is it has 2 different ways you can sing it. The chorus is, I am holding on to you. You can be singing that. I am holding on to you, God. Or it could be from God's perspective, I am holding on to you. So I don't know which one you need tonight, but pick one and sing it that way.
There's no space that His love can't reach. There's no place where we can't find peace. There's no end to amazing grace. Take me in with your arms spread wide. Take me in like an orphan child. Never let go, never leave my side. I am holding on to you. I am holding on to you. In the middle of the storm, I'm holding on. Love like this, oh my God, to find. I am overwhelmed, what a joy divine. Love like this sets our hearts on fire. I am holding on to you. I am holding on to you. In the middle of the storm, I'm holding on. I am. This is my resurrection song. This is my hallelujah come. This is why it's to you I run. This is my resurrection song. This is my hallelujah come. This is why it's to you I run. There's no space that His love can reach. There's no place where we can't find peace. There's no end to amazing grace. I am holding on to you. I am holding on to you. In the middle of the storm, I'm holding on. I am holding on to you. I am holding on to you. In the middle of the storm, I'm
Let's go to God in prayer. Gracious God, thank you for this evening. Thank you for the refreshment of our soul. Like the rains that have come earlier in the week, we thank you when things are difficult, when our life is dry, when things don't seem like they're quite going right. We thank you for being a refreshment for us. We ask that you bless this time, bless these students that are here, and we ask that your name be glorified here. Amen.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship his holy name. Never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name.
All right, y'all may be seated. If those that are going to participate in our panel, if y'all want to come up and have a seat at center stage, we got some stools pulled out for you. Also, we have some people that are out in the audience. Stand up if you went on mission trip with us this year. Awesome. Jan's in the back, Katie, Dory, Sydney, Judy. Thank y'all very much for going on mission trip with us. It really takes a large group of people to make this happen. We had 32 students go on mission trip. We had almost 20 adults that went on mission trip. We actually had almost 10 students from the host church join us. Some of them at the very last minute. We were signing them up there that day that we were there. And then for the first year, we also took a young adult group. This is the first time that we've done a team of young adults just by themselves instead of putting them on a team. But we had a lot of fun this year. We encountered a lot of great things, and we kind of wanted to share some of that with y'all. We also know that sometimes we come back and we share some of mission trip, but it may not fully explain everything that went on. It may bring up a lot of questions and everything, so we wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of ask some of those questions. So do we want to just start with questions, or does someone got a story or something they want to share? I don't know. You can have a story. Let's go with some questions. Who's got a question about mission trip? Dory.
Hey, so it's really hard and it's really hot. Why do you love to go every year?
Why do you love to go every year? Who's going to answer that?
I'll go for it.
Okay.
I like to go on mission trip every year because it's not that bad. Like, I don't know why everybody said, it's so hard and hot. No, it's fun.
It's hot.
Okay, it might be hot. Yeah, okay, I'll go with it. It is hot. But, I mean, I just enjoy it. It's not that hard. It's just like tools. Plus the adults, they like guide you all the way through it, so it's not that hard. It's just do what they say, you know? And there's like a bunch of fun activities at the end of the day, too, that you can just cool down. Like, there's a pool. If it's too hot for you, you got a pool you can cool down in, you know?
Cool. Anyone else want to answer that one? John, as an adult, as a volunteer, and any of the other volunteers that went on, you can answer this too. Why do you go?
Well, for a lot of reasons. Yeah, it is hot, Dory. Yeah, and there are some things that are maybe a little difficult, but I tell you, we always pick really good sites, people that are in need, and to me, one of the reasons I go, and in fact, I just shared this recently in high school Sunday school class, is that I go to watch the transformations. Right, to watch the transformations in the homeowners and to watch the transformations in our youth and witness the connections that are made, because it's amazing. It's really cool to see how the youth are connecting with the homeowners, doing the work, and also how they're connecting with each other to work together to fulfill some vision that the homeowner has to enable them to improve their quality of life in some way.
Yeah, that's one of the neat things about the mission trips that we do, that we're used to doing, is that oftentimes we're working hand in hand with the clients, those that live at the home. Let's see, we had a great video that we showed after mission trip that showed one of our clients and how thankful she was. If you hadn't seen that, let me know. Just come see me afterwards, and I'll make sure you get a copy of that so you can see that. But we had some of them that'll write cards, and we posted those in the newsletter if you want to see those. But they're very thankful for what these students are doing, and they're surprised and they're amazed that students would take time out of their summer to come out and do that. I heard that almost exact sentence out of several clients' mouths, and I hear it every year. Who else has a question? Back here in the back.
Yeah, I watched the videos, and it looks like you guys are having just a wonderful time making memories that you'll be able to hold on for your entire life. I was just wondering, what impressed you the most? What memories are you going to cherish the most out of your mission trip experience?
What memories are you going to cherish the most? Who wants to handle that one?
Well, for me this year especially, there's a bunch of memories I've made on mission trip I'm never going to forget. I don't know where it happened, but I remember we were allowed to put all of the mission trips team on a water slide that we broke apparently. I just thought we made it crack a little. I don't know. It broke, but I'm never going to forget that. But this year, I'm never going to forget the friends I made from Mangum. I made a couple of close friends this year, and that was nice.
Anyone else want to answer that one? I've done quite a few mission trips. For me, it was the first time that my daughter actually got to go on mission trips. So not only was I the leader, but my daughter was there, and I was real nervous because I wanted to give her a lot of space. And I guess like almost the entire mission trip went by before it started clicking that, oh, that's your dad. That Josh is your dad. It was kind of funny, but I was proud. I was glad that she went.
I got one. So Stonings are your first year, right? I know you were a little bit nervous to go, and there weren't any kids your age going. So once you got there and met your client and got to know them a little bit, how did that make you feel? Easier to find? Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
All right, follow-up question. What was your favorite memory at your clients during your mission trip?
When we got her the apron, the chicken apron that held the eggs, we gave her an apron and it made her really happy because we were building a chicken coop.
Yeah, so this project came about when we talked with the pastor, Pastor Marcia of the church. This was the very first work project that came up. This was a lady that she had encountered in the community that couldn't work a job, but she was really good at baking and cooking and making things. And so she had said, if we can get you a chicken coop and some chickens, what could you do with that? And the lady was just like, oh my goodness, I could do this. I could sell the eggs. I could make this and sell this. I could just use the eggs to be able to eat, and that would mean that's less stuff that I have to buy. It would mean the world to me. And so, yeah, y'all built a chicken coop, didn't y'all? Have you ever built a chicken coop before? You haven't? They don't teach that in school, do they?
We're going to at my house.
You're going to build one at your house now because of that? Oh, that's totally cool. Yeah, so they built a really cool chicken coop that used Home Depot buckets for the chickens to be able to nest and lay their eggs. It was totally cool. So that's probably the most unique project that I've seen any of our work teams do. And we do some really cool ramps and do a lot of other cool stuff, but that was probably the most unique. Is there anything else you want to say about that?
Going back to where she could cook things real well, she cooked I can't remember what it was like, but it was food, and she cooked a ton of it because she didn't have very much money when she cooked them. And then she cooked
when she cooked a lot, and then she sold them, and that provided for her. Sold a dozen each.
All right, well, thank you. Who else has a question? Darla.
Of all the tools y'all used during the mission trip, what was your favorite to work with?
Circular saw.
Did you know she was using a circular saw? Some parents don't realize some of the tools that they use, and they're like, wait, what? A saw? What's that? I don't even know how to say it. Yeah, the one thing about the mission trips that we do is we want to empower the students. And so I've been on a lot of mission trips where the work teams, they don't let them use any saw. They're real careful even to let them use the drill. But under correct supervision, and when we really stress safety, they're more than capable to use these things under supervision. And so it's pretty cool. You haven't used a saw before, but yeah, there's something pretty cool about just the sound of it and just pulling down on the circular saw arm and just cutting right through that, to the point of being able to see the project at the end, being like, oh my goodness, look what we just built, what I was a part of.
I have a question. So what's your favorite kind of job to get, and what are your least favorite jobs to get? Because I know sometimes you have one job the whole week, sometimes you have a bunch of stuff. So what do you prefer?
Yeah, I'll just like go down the.
Yeah, every one of you may answer.
Yes.
Digging the trenches so you could put the wood so the animals couldn't get through. That digging those holes was the worst.
What was your favorite?
Drilling.
Drilling, yeah. Cool. Kaylin, you got a microphone. What's your least favorite thing to do and your favorite?
Well, for the first site that we went to, had some really hard soil, so it took us almost an entire day to get 6 holes, about 12 inches, because at one point we came across concrete that we had to go through, so that was exhausting. But same for me, drilling, it was really fun.
Yeah, y'all's project, there was already a ramp there, correct? And y'all were just putting in posts to be able to put rails, isn't that correct? The first project that y'all went to?
And we
Yeah.
added a little bit more of a ramp because it was a little too much.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no one likes digging. Jordan, do you like digging?
I'm not the biggest fan of digging, but the dirt last year wasn't bad. But this year, my main problem was the concrete, picking up the bags and either loading it back on the truck because they made us take too many off, or just picking it up and mixing it. I mean, I'll do it, but it gets tiring after a while, you know? The rest of the work, I don't mind. It's just all the same. I don't have a favorite. 80 pounds a bag.
How many did y'all move?
What was it? We ended up moving 3,000 in total, but we didn't need 3,000 pounds, but we didn't need 1,000 of it.
To move it again.
But we got to load it back onto the van.
Fun. Abby, what's your least favorite thing to do, and then your favorite?
My least favorite thing is doing the post holes, but in the end, it's rewarding to see the finished product of the ramp that you built it.
Yeah, cool. John?
So my favorite thing to do, and anybody that's been on my team knows this, is we have to rip these 16-foot, linear 16-foot boards with a circular saw. And I love showing the youth how to do that because I do it the first time I'm covered in sawdust. It smells so good. And probably my least favorite is painting. Yeah, painting is kind of boring, but it's really cool once it's all done at the end of the project.
Yeah. Anyone that went with us want to answer that? Jen, you have a question? Anyone else, any volunteers that went want to answer that question? What's your least favorite thing or favorite thing to do?
Getting up early.
Getting up early, yeah.
So, do y'all get fed well?
Do y'all get fed well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well.
What was your favorite dessert?
You gotta go to the gutter, right? You gotta ice cream.
I have one. Those little mini cakes that you put strawberries and whipped cream on.
Strawberry shortcakes, yeah. Yeah, they eat really well, don't y'all? They eat pretty good.
I eat better on mission trip than I do all year.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't eat every single meal, the whole meal.
Yeah, it's not a place to diet, not at all. So you got to be fed well to have a lot of energy. But Jan and her group does an excellent job, and so we're really thankful for that. Let's see, anyone else have any other questions? Back here.
Just one, curious, now that y'all have learned how to do carpentry work, have you got any plans for something at home?
Well, it sounds like Stone's got a chicken coop that he's got to build. Yeah. Are you going to build that, or are you going to just like manage them? I think you're in management now because you already know how to do it.
I want to do both.
You probably do both, yeah. Jordan?
For mission trip, I've just been like, whenever something in my house breaks, I know how to fix it now. It's just, I don't know, it just helps out with that just basic, just learning how to fix stuff.
Good. Anyone else have any other plans?
Me and my little brother found this little clearing in the woods that we might want to build a little mini house.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, eventually one of these days you'll move into a place or something, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I got to put a picture frame up or something, and something handrails messed up. And you're like, no, I got this, I can fix it, and you'll be thinking back to mission trip and everything. All right, April, back here.
Most of the wheelchair ramps that y'all build are pretty short just to get like from a door to, to the driveway. How long was the one this year that you built?
We had two at my work site. One was made of concrete in the front yard. It might have been 16 feet. I don't know. And the backyard, I don't know. I didn't work on the backyard. I worked in the front yard mainly. But the backyard, it was good size. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing the end on that one, so I'm not sure exactly how many feet it
I
is.
think we all kind of keep track of this because it's sort of a
On your project,
a chip
yeah.
on the shoulder kind of thing, right? Who's got the longest linear foot? So I don't think, maybe Katie might know the answer to who has the longest linear foot, or maybe you, Lynn, but somebody, I think it was the Kansas City ramp has the record for our church. There you go, 93 feet. 93 feet of ramp. So I think it's been challenged in the last few years. We've had some 70 and 80 feet, but I think 93 still tops the record. Yeah.
Yeah, so how many feet do you got to go out, John, for every foot you go down?
Let's see, so if we build it to regulation, which we'll always attempt to do so every time, it's a 1 inch drop for every foot. Every 12 inches is a 1 inch drop.
Yeah, so just to go down a foot, you're needing almost a 10 to 12 foot ramp. So go down further than that, so some of the ramps get pretty big. We have just a few more minutes. Who else has got a question? Darla?
The Magnum kids that y'all met, how many do y'all still keep in touch with? Or do you keep in touch with?
Y'all keep in touch with any of them?
I talk to Ryan every day.
Yeah, Ryan?
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I became good friends with him.
Anyone else? I'm sure maybe we've got some other students that are keeping in touch with them. I think my daughter is keeping in touch with one of the girls from there and everything. Cool. Any other questions? Dory?
If you were trying to talk somebody, either an adult or a student who'd never been on a mission trip before, what would you say in just a couple of words to like tell them how, like, why they should go? Or what encouragement would you give like a first year students?
For a first year student, I remember my main fear was I don't know how to build stuff. I mean, you just got to come and relax and just ready to just take whatever, just be ready for whatever happens, But if I'm trying to tell somebody to come to a mission trip, it's not a hard sell, Just, you get to come, get out of town, and just enjoy a new city for a whole week with a bunch of your closest friends. I mean, it's not that hard of a sell.
Yes. I would say that it's fun in that it helps people out a lot, and it helps a lot of lives.
So what was probably one of the funnest things y'all did on mission trip? We do have a lot of fun though, don't we? We do a lot of hard work. They work full 8-hour days. They get up real early. Shower situation's not the best sometimes, and so you never really feel clean and everything, and you're constantly hot. But we do have some fun. What are some of the fun things that we've done?
I just like messing around on the job site.
Yeah, there you go. There was plenty of that. If you watch any of the videos or look through some of the pictures, they're being goofy quite a bit.
Keep it
Stone?
light.
The kids playing around.
Say that again?
I happen to have seen a bunch of pictures at the house with the kids posing and.
Oh, that photo shoot.
Yeah.
Our group did a little photo shoot.
Yeah. I don't know if those are in any of the videos or anything that we've done, but yeah, if anyone's wanting pictures of mission trip, I can get those to you.
Calendar.
We need a calendar. All right, youth
So
calendar.
I do have a very short, fun story.
Yeah.
Right, and it's been shared before, but I had a youth on my team one time who volunteered to go under this deck where we had to remove bolts, right? So we had to have wrench socket on these things to get them off. And it was a very hot, sunny day. And so I'm on the top of the deck, and she's underneath, and she pauses about halfway through the teardown, and she asked me, "Is it raining?" Like, no, that's my sweat dripping down on your face. So yeah, we have a little fun along the way.
There's no amount of showering that can get that off. So
My
all right.
favorite.
Go ahead, son.
My favorite, or one of the fun things that we did was the videos. I was on a lot of the videos, and it was really fun.
Yeah, we do a lot of funny videos. John does an excellent job with those, and yeah, Stone doing some flossing and everything, if you know what that is and everything. But so I think it's about probably all the time we have. Thank you all very much for being here to answer some questions. We're getting ready to move into pumpkin patch season, and this is our only fundraiser that we have to help raise funds for Mission Trip, and we do really well. We make a lot of money through Pumpkin Patch, and it's a lot of money that doesn't necessarily come from this congregation. It's a lot of funds that come from outside of the congregation, and so we try to communicate to the community what we're doing and everything. But what I'd like to communicate with y'all is y'all can kind of see the fruits of why and what happens at Mission Trip and everything. But even what y'all see, there is so much more to Mission Trip than just what goes on in their lives there. We're making huge impacts in these communities. This is probably one of the most thankful communities that I think I've ever been to. And so, when we go in and build a ramp, I mean, we're making it out of pressure treated lumber, and that ramp's not going anywhere. A lot of times, people that are in wheelchairs or just have mobility issues, they don't have a proper way to get out of their houses, then they lose the ability to socialize with other people. They lose the ability to go to their regularly scheduled appointments, and it's not until there's a major issue that paramedics and police officers are there to help them get out. So we make a huge difference in the lives of those that we help in these communities. And so I know when y'all sign up and y'all volunteer for times out at the Pumpkin Patch, it directly helps these students and makes a huge impact. And it makes such an impact. We won't fully see that until they grow up. And so we can show you tons of pictures. We can talk about tons of stories, but that is just a small, minute fraction of the impact that Pumpkin Patch has. And so I want to invite everyone to participate in Pumpkin Patch this year. If you've never worked a shift before, I want to invite you to work at least one shift. If you work 2 shifts, I want to invite you to work 3 shifts. We give money to the church, but we also give money to other nonprofits as well for other people to go do work as well. And so think of that as that type of thing, that by donating and offering your time, it's giving money to a good cause for this congregation, for these students and the communities that we go into. Is there anyone that has any last final words or anything they want to share or say? Yep, and we're very thankful for that. And so, talking with you, I mean, does Mission Trip, has it made an impact in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I would say as an adult now, it's crazy that I use a week of my paid time off to, I guess, sleep on an air mattress. And I could be traveling the world with my friends or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it made a huge impact on my life. And now that I'm an adult, I get to come back and I get to see it impact other people's lives as well as the kids. And I think I learned more from the youth than I ever have. So it's pretty amazing. So any kind of contribution you can give, whether it's time or anything like that, we're very grateful, all ages. I was grateful in 7th grade, and I'm just as grateful now. So.
All right, well, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all are now dismissed to go to small groups or whatever else y'all are going to go do. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Bye.
Stone, you're awesome.